Oh yeah? Well, I still live in the street and will occasionally find myself waking up in the street.
That's right.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're ranking every Saturday Night Live movie adaptation, all 12 of them, from worst to best.
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go.
Number 12, It's Pat.
I just want to get a few toiletries. First of all, I need some protection.
Oh, dear God. Okay, all right.
From underarm wetness. I'm never one to offend.
Released on August 26, 1994, It's Pat is widely regarded as the low watermark for SNL adaptations, and with good reason. The film attempts to stretch Julia Sweeney's deliberately ambiguous character into a 77-minute feature built almost entirely around other characters' obsession with Pat's gender.
They needed a photo of you in the nude, kind of, totally.
Well, I haven't had one taken of me recently.
Well, I think any photo, they said any photo in the nude would do. I remember that.
Critics at the time were brutal. Rotten Tomatoes counts precisely 0 positive reviews. Commercially, the film grossed just over $60,000 on a reported $8 million budget. Even Sweeney has since acknowledged that the character worked best in short form. With no emotional arc, no narrative momentum, and a premise that collapses under scrutiny, It's Pat stands as a textbook example of how not to adapt an SNL sketch.
You guys are nothing without me!
Number 11, Blues Brothers 2000.
The suit's real neat and everything, Elwood, but do I really have to wear the hat?
These are unsophisticated men. The only things they respond to are fear and the draw of loot.
Blues Brothers 2000 arrived nearly 18 years after the original and 16 years after the death of John Belushi. Directed once again by John Landis, the film replaces Belushi's Joliet Jake with John Goodman's Mighty Mac Mateer. While Goodman brings energy and sincerity, the film never escapes the shadow of its predecessor.
What's with the monkey? That's no monkey. That's my associate Buster Blues. And this is Mighty Mac, the new lead singer in the band.
Critics noted the excessive runtime and lack of urgency. Despite its musical pedigree, Blues Brothers 2000 grossed a disappointing $14 million domestically. It understands what people loved about the original, but mistakes imitation for inspiration.
We can handle rock, pop, country, heavy metal, fusion, hip-hop, rap, Motown, operetta, show tunes. In fact, we've even been called upon on occasion to do a polka.
Number 10, Coneheads.
By the way, Beldar, you still haven't given me your social security number.
My social security number. I am sorry. I keep forgetting.
Coneheads adapts one of SNL's earliest sketches, originally debuting in 1977. Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin reprised their roles as Beldar and Primat Conehead, aliens from the planet Remulek stranded in suburban New Jersey. The film reframes the sketch as a family sitcom sprinkled with immigrant allegory.
We must strive to settle in a safer neighborhood, one with better schools and a stronger local economic matrix which will not tax us to death.
There are genuine strengths here. Aykroyd commits fully to Beldar's hyper-literal dialogue, and Michelle Burke brings warmth as daughter Connie.
Ah! What have you done to your cone?
Nothing.
No, turn around. Ah!
It's not a real tattoo.
Mebs.
However, the plot meanders, and the central conflict lacks stakes. While Coneheads has since developed a minor cult following, it remains an example of a concept that works better in bursts than sustained narrative. Number 9, The Ladies' Man.
No, we promise there won't be any more vulgar material.
You gotta get a thumb and just stick it up in there, Actually get 2 thumbs up in there, like the 5, like this.
Tim Meadows' Leon Phelps was always a crowd pleaser on SNL, a smooth-talking radio host dispensing questionable romantic advice. The problem here is tone. The Ladies' Man can't decide whether it wants to be a character comedy or a broad farce. Meadows remains charismatic throughout, but the script undercuts him with cartoonish villains and juvenile detours.
Listen, maybe it's not a good idea. We don't have time to do this.
We'll do it real quick. Come on, baby. You know what Bloopy likes.
Will Ferrell gives it his best in an early supporting role, but despite the cast's best efforts, the narrative rarely coheres. Critically, the film was dismissed as thin and unfocused. Over time, it's earned some reevaluation thanks to Meadows' performance, which remains effortlessly likable. In the end, Courvoisier alone can sustain a movie.
Cavatier, yes, that is the drink.
Number 8, Stuart Saves His Family.
I'm going to do a terrific show today, and I'm going to help people because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
One of the most unexpected SNL adaptations, Stuart Saves His Family attends something rare: sincerity. Directed by Harold Ramis, the film consciously rejects easy laughs in favor of emotional realism. That ambition deserves credit. Unfortunately, the tonal shift alienated audiences expecting comedy, while appreciators of drama found the humor distracting.
Dad just glared at Mom throughout the whole thing because she had disobeyed him and had the reception. Donnie was in a real bad mood because he hadn't smoked any pot and had just spent an entire night in a cell with Dad who hadn't had anything to drink.
Al Franken's performance is earnest, but the film struggles to balance compassion with satire. The result is admirable, but awkward. In retrospect, Stuart Saves His Family feels ahead of its time, closer to modern dramedy than 1990s studio comedy. It doesn't fully work, but it tries to grow beyond its sketch roots. That alone sets it apart from many SNL spin-offs.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hi, are you Mr. Smalley?
Yes, I am. Oh, wait. You forgot your, subpoena.
Number 7, Wayne's World 2.
Are you those two guys who have that TV show in Aurora? Wayne's World?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Party time.
No.
Well, you guys sure look like them.
Look, if Wayne says we're not, okay?
Following a cultural phenomenon was never going to be easy, and Wayne's World 2 wisely avoids direct repetition. Instead, it leans hard into absurdism, self-awareness, and surreal non sequiturs, including celebrity cameos and metafictional jokes about sequels themselves. Mike Myers and Dana Carvey remain charming, and the film's central message about artistic integrity versus corporate compromise feels more pointed than in the original.
Mr. Campbell, you're serious about putting on a rock concert.
Are you kidding? I'd give my right eye.
While not as iconic as its predecessor, Wayne's World 2 is far from a misfire. It's a confident follow-up that understands its characters well enough to let them evolve. That restraint earns it a respectable place in our ranking.
Is that you and Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Who's the old lady?
That's my old lady.
Number 6, A Night at the Roxbury.
What's up?
Did you know you were doing 50?
Honey Cup likes you.
You serious?
You think she pulls over just anybody? Make a move.
What should have been a one-note joke became an unexpectedly durable comedy. Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan's dim-witted club rats could have worn out their welcome quickly. Instead, the film embraces their arrested development and builds a surprisingly empathetic story around male insecurity and ambition.
I don't know if you know this, but my brother and I, we live life in the fast lane, and that means no stop signs, no red lights, and there is no pulling over to take pictures.
The soundtrack became a defining feature, and the physical comedy is relentlessly committed. Director John Fortenberry understands that excess is the point. Critics were unkind, but audiences responded. It's dumb, it's loud, it's also far more self-aware than it gets credit for. Roxbury is proof that sometimes commitment is enough.
You have any family? Pets? What about pets?
There's a cat!
Really? A cat? Interesting. I think of you more as a dog person.
Number 5, Superstar.
So what are you going to do for us, Mary?
I just want to say that I'm multi-talented. But today, I've chosen to express myself through song.
Superstar adapts Molly Shannon's Mary Catherine Gallagher, one of the most physically committed characters in SNL history. Directed by Bruce McCulloch of Kids in the Hall fame, the film reintroduces Mary Catherine as a socially awkward Catholic school teenager whose desperate yearning for affirmation drives both the comedy and the plot. Set largely at St. Monica's Catholic High School, the story hinges on Mary Catherine's crush on popular classmate Sky Gorrigan, played by Will Ferrell.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, what's up? Sky, I know that you haven't been single for a long time or anything like that, but I was wondering if... Give me some sugar. God, you smell so good.
The film roots for her, rather than mocking her aspirations. Shannon's performance balances pratfalls and humiliation with genuine vulnerability. Superstar works because it treats its lead character's emotional stakes seriously, even when the humor is aggressively broad.
You gotta go.
No.
Yeah, you have to get off me.
No.
Please, Mary, please get off.
No.
Get the hell off me!
Number 4, Bob Roberts.
Michael takes a loan from a Midwestern SNL. He puts the money in a quick drying inkwell. Takes a loss, gets cross, walks to the corner store, pulls a knife, calls his wife, can't take it anymore. Look out, Joe, how far will it go?
It seems fair to say that, for better or worse, Bob Roberts is the most intellectually ambitious film ever to originate from an SNL character. Written, directed by, and starring Tim Robbins, reprising his role, the movie expands the unscrupulous folk singer's lore, filmed in cinema verite style. Set during a fictional Pennsylvania Senate race, the film follows Roberts as he uses patriotic imagery, reactionary music, and media manipulation to build a cult-like following.
I don't have a job, it's society's fault. I am a slob, I've got potential, no one can see. Give me welfare, let me be me.
Robbins structures the film as a mockumentary, taking satirical aim at the state of the American political machine. Bob Roberts has aged remarkably well, frequently cited for its prescient depiction of political branding, grievance culture, and spectacle-driven campaigns. It stands apart as an SNL spin-off that outgrew its origins entirely.
It's been a pleasure meeting you. I just wish there was a way I could vote for you 100 times.
Oh, there is, actually.
Really?
Yes. Just kidding.
Number 3, MacGruber.
Last time I saw you, you had a grenade launcher in one hand and an M16 in the other.
And you had just ripped a dude's throat out with your bare hands.
Classic MacGruber.
Released on May 21st, 2010, MacGruber arrived long after the SNL movie formula seemed exhausted, and that timing proved crucial to its success. The film parodies 1980s action heroes by pushing incompetence to absurd extremes. Will Forte's MacGruber is introduced as a narcissistic, emotionally stunted man-child whose personal vendetta against villain Dieter von Kuntz, played by Val Kilmer, repeatedly derails global security efforts.
Well, what would I want with a nuclear warhead?
I never said it was nuclear.
Oh, that's right, because most warheads are filled with air.
The film shocked audiences with its explicit violence, crude humor, and total lack of restraint. Initial box office returns were weak, but critical reappraisal and home video exposure turned MacGruber into a full-blown cult classic. It understands exactly how ridiculous its premise is, and never softens the blow.
How did you know I was wearing a bulletproof vest?
You're wearing a bulletproof vest?
Awesome. Wait, you didn't know?
No, of course I knew. I knew the whole time, yeah.
Pull over and let me out.
Number 2, The Blues Brothers.
First you trade the Cadillac for a microphone. Then you lie to me about the band. Now you're gonna put me right back in the joint.
They're not gonna catch us. We're on a mission from God.
The Blues Brothers transformed an SNL sketch into an unapologetically massive musical spectacle. Directed by John Landis and starring John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd as Jake and Elwood Blues, the film follows the brothers' mission from God to reunite their old band and save a Chicago orphanage.
Forget it. $5 grand, no problem. We'll have it for you in the morning. Let's go, Elwood.
No! I will not take your filthy, stolen money.
Shot largely on location in Chicago, the production became infamous for its scale, including one of the largest car chases ever filmed at the time. Beyond the chaos, the film functions as a reverent tribute to American rhythm and blues. Musical performances by Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles, James Brown, and Cab Calloway are integrated directly into the narrative. Few SNL adaptations have ever aimed this big. None before or since have matched its audacity.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Wayne's World.
So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye?
The gold standard. Penelope Spheeris' fan favorite expands the world of Mike Myers and Dana Carvey's goofy public access hosts as they navigate corporate exploitation, friendship, and creative integrity. Set in Aurora, Illinois, the story centers on Wayne and Garth's struggle to maintain control of their low-budget show after it's co-opted by a slick television executive, played by Rob Lowe.
First of all, let me get this out of the way. I'm a big fan.
You are?
The way I see it, your show is capable of so much more.
The film's success lies in its balance. It retains the sketch's anarchic humor while grounding the characters emotionally. Fourth wall breaks, product placement jokes, and pop culture references feel organic rather than gimmicky.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
The soundtrack, featuring Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, became instantly iconic. Grossing over $180 million worldwide, Wayne's World remains the benchmark every SNL spin-off is measured against.
Okay, that's all the time we have for this week. Until then, good night!
Party on, Wayne!
Party on, Garth!
Which SNL movie holds a special place in your heart? Do you agree with our ranking? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.